ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ತುಂಬಾ ಬೇಡಿಕೆ ಇದ್ದಂಥದ್ದು ಅಕೌಂಟೆನ್ಸಿ BCOM ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸೆಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ ಹೆಸರು. ಸೊ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಮನ್ಲಿ ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್, ಸೊ ಕೇಳುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ ಅಟ್ ಪಾರ್ ವೆನ್ ದ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದೇರ್ ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. Means here issue price is equal to nominal value, that is face value. See, in simple you can write as when the shares are sold at their nominal value. It is called as issue of share at par. Issue of share at discount. The issue of share at a price less than the face value of the share is known as issue of share at discount. Example, 100 minus 10 is equal to 90. Here 10 is amount of discount. Issue of share at premium. When the shares are issued at a price higher than face value is called as issue of share at premium. Example, 100 plus 10 is equal to 110. Amount of premium here is 10. Underwriters. Underwriters agree to take whole or portion of share or debentures floated but not subscribed by public. Unclaimed dividend. Unclaimed dividend is the dividend which is being paid by the company but the shareholder has not yet taken the dividend or claimed the dividend. Goodwill. It is an intangible asset that accounts for excess purchase price of another company. See, this if they ask for 2 marks you can write this sentence, or another words you can write as goodwill or proprietary or intellectual property and brand recognition which are not easily quantifiable. Normal rate of return. The normal rate of return on capital investment that is being earned normally in case of similar types of companies. Okay, 2 reasons of valuation of shares. Here 4 reasons is there. You can write any 2. The value of goodwill of company, the nature of competition of business. Complete underwriting. When the whole issue of the share or debenture of a company is underwritten, it is called as complete underwriting. Partial underwriting. When a part of the issue of the share or debenture of a company is underwritten, when a part of a issue of share or debentures of a company is underwritten, known as partial underwriting. In this, company is treated as underwriters for remaining part of issue. See, they can ask question like this. Mention 4 factors influencing goodwill: location of business, business risk, capital, nature of business. If they ask any 2, you can write any 2. Components of financial statements: income, balance sheet, cash flow statement, asset. What is meant by managerial remuneration? Very important question. Chances of coming. Managerial remuneration is compensation for services provided to a company in managerial capacity. What you see, if they ask percentage, the minimum percentage is here 5. What do you mean by forfeiture of shares? When a share is forfeited, the shareholder no longer owes any remaining balance and surrenders any potential capital gain on shares. What is calls in arrears? If some amount is not paid before or onward specific date, fixed date for payment, such unpaid amount is known as calls in arrears. See, in shares, if you not pay the money on specific date fixed for payment, then it is called as calls in arrears. One important point to be noted is it is a nominal account. What is calls in advance? Calls in advance, it means calls not due, not paid by the shareholders in advance. The amount of future calls is received in advance by the company. See, these full forms they can ask for. 1 means 2 marks. IPO, initial public offering. SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India. FPO, follow on public offer. See, note this FPO means follow on public offer. ERR, expected rate of return. NRR, normal rate of return. Factors: determining value of goodwill, time factor and trend of profit. The two factors for determining value of goodwill are time factor and another is trend of profit. What are the circumstances under which goodwill is valued? Means goodwill is valued under which circumstance they have asked at the time of admission of the partnership, retirement of the partnership, death of the partnership, amalgamation of partnership, change in profit sharing ratio. See any two you can mention admission, retirement, it's enough, you will get easily 2 marks. What is maintainable profits? The prospective averages annual income expected to be produced from the operating activities of the business is called as maintainable profits. Average capital employed means fund capital, means fund employed. It is the total amount of capital used for acquisition of profits by a firm or project. See, in simple words, these two lines if you write it's okay. What is yield method? The company would continue to exist and would not dispose of its asset. The market value of assets and liabilities are not taken into account for calculation of value of shares. So these lines if you buy it and write in exam it's okay. Fair value means, see, a fair value means the average of net assets method and yield method. See, the for this formula is net assets method plus yield method divided by 2. So if you do like this you will get average. So the average between this both is known as fair value method. See, they can ask you features of goodwill. Goodwill is an intangible asset. Goodwill is subject to fluctuations. Goodwill is real asset but not a fictitious asset. The methods of valuation of goodwill: average profit method, capitalization method, super profit method, annuity method. See, earning capacity, I will explain it. Otherwise, you can search in Google. It is quite simple, 2 lines. You just prefer that. It would be easy for you. Means don't refer textbook definitions. It would be quite lengthier. So if possible, okay, I will explain this. This 2 marks, right? In this video description link I will type what is earning capacity method, only this question, okay? Differences between firm underwriting and general underwriting. See, they can ask like this, or they can ask what is firm underwriting, or separately what is open or general underwriting. Open or general underwriting is an agreement under which underwriter agree to take up the share or debenture of a company only when the underwritten is not fully subscribed by the public. Firm underwriting means firm underwriting when the underwriter agrees to buy a certain number of shares or debentures in addition to the shares he has to taken under the underwriting agreement. See, they can ask you what is super profit. Super profit is the excess of estimated future profit than the normal profit. See, this for 2 marks chances of asking. Two methods of valuation of shares: yield method and net assets method. How is cost of goods sold calculated? Cost of goods sold is the carrying value of goods sold in a particular period. See, if they ask formula: cost of goods sold, sales minus GP, or opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. See, this question they have asked in the 2018 paper. So chances of coming or not might of coming. See, uh, they can ask these formulas for 2 marks: yield method, capitalization, capitalized profits, and market value per share, ERR, expected rate of return, value of equity share. See, any of these formulas they can ask for 2 marks, so you have to be prepared. This also helps you to score well in 15 marks too. And guys, here you observe, this is a 15 marks question. So okay, but yeah, in this 15 marks problem, see, sub questions can be asked, like calculate normal profit, this much or this much. Sub questions chances of asking. So just get well prepared. If they ask, means this much of question they can ask for 2 marks, this much 2 marks, this much 2 marks. So any of the pattern might be followed. So I have your mindsets here. See, these are all 2 marks. Just prepare well. They can ask 2 marks the meaning of these things, and these things for 2 marks chances of asking. See guys, this formulas can also chances of asking. See, including excluding formulas can also be asked for 2 marks. Just have some knowledge about them. See guys, these formulas, keep in mind these formulas are very important for 2 marks chances of asking. When it comes to average capital employed, there are 2 formulas: opening capital employed plus closing capital employed divided by 2, or closing capital employed minus half of current year's profit after tax. Any of these can be asked for 2 marks. See, these are 2 marks list of questions which can be asked at present or in future. Chances of asking it at present situation or in future situation. Here you can see the questions and which year the questions had appeared. So these are all very important questions. You have to look. Friends, in an exam they have given totally from means the condition is you have to only attend 5 questions, so whichever is comparably easy you just write those questions. The list of questions from Goodwill. These are the list of questions from the chapter valuation of shares. You can observe your valuation of shares. This is the last chapter, managerial remuneration. So these questions can be asked for 5 marks or 2 marks. So prepare well these questions. See, the questions which I wrote in pen, most maximally those questions would appear with maximum attempt. In 5 questions, minimum 3 to 4 questions will definitely come from the questions which are written in pen. See, others questions, as I showed in this photocopies, any of the questions might be asked. Thank you guys. Share the video maximum so that it would help everyone and benefit them.